All right, greetings, sports fans. Welcome back to another episode of the Off the Bench podcast. Today, I have a very special guest with me today. As you can see, he's the Reggae boy goalkeeper, Amal Knight. He's also the goalkeeper for Lexington SC over there in the USL in Kentucky, actually. Amal, how you doing, man?
Good, not too bad, not too bad. Off day today, so it's really good to get some rest because we've been
Mm.
pushing really hard. So yeah, just off day, just relaxing, but I'm good.
And you guys are still in preseason?
So we played the last preseason game yesterday. So this week coming, the league starts. So the first game is March 9th at home. So looking forward to that one.
So, how was preseason for you? And, media day and all of that?
Yeah, preseason was really good. We played probably I think 5 or 6 games. Won won I think 4 out of the 6. Draw one, lost one. So it was really good. Got some valuable minutes in. So that's really good.
And
Media day was calm. Last season media day was really hectic. A lot of photo shoot and videos and all of that. This season it was really in and out setting, probably like an hour. So that was really good. Media day this year was quick and fast, easy.
But in general, to be in a professional setup like this, a lot of persons don't know how important a day like media day is and how much work you really have to do. A lot of interviews, meet and greet and all of that. Cannot give the fans an insight on that.
Oh, so this media day this year was really just taking pictures, doing videos for the club. Nothing crazy. Last season it was the same thing, but last season it was more videos and pictures, and we had to be taking multiple videos and pictures. But this year it was really easy. We didn't have to speak to outside media. It was just media from inside of the club that we had to speak to, and it's like just stuff that they will use throughout the season. So it was, as I said, it wasn't anything hectic. It was really calm this year.
And how are you, enjoying Kentucky and the Lexington team?
It's good. I'm enjoying this atmosphere, this setting. It's somewhere that I've settled and I'm happy here. Uh, this the team this year is really good. The group that the coaching staff has put together in the off season is really good, and I think we can challenge once we're on it each and every week. Obviously, it's football, so sometimes you might be up and down, your form might dip a bit, but I think once we're on it each and every week, I think we should be a really good team in the league this year. Preseason was really good, so hopefully when we start the season next week, we can get a positive result at home.
And you're obviously a big part of the team. How has that been really to get into the team and to be loved and supported, as an foreigner?
Yeah, it's good, and I'm a humble person. I'm a humble individual, so I don't really let anything throw me off too much. So coming here last season, obviously I was fighting for a spot, regardless if you want to sign as a number one keeper or a number two. At the back of my head, you know, I'm a foreigner, so I have to work twice as hard. I always say that that's my extra motivation to work hard as a foreign player. So to come here and settle and to see that fans love you, the organization love you, and stuff like that, it feels really welcoming. So as I said before, I'm a humble person, so that's what I always try to be. Humility goes a far way. So for me, it's just connecting with the fans, whether on Instagram or at a game day or even a media outing that we might have, like a meet and greet. I'm always a jovial person. So for me to come here, settle down, and be a part of this Lexington community as a foreign player, it feels really good.
So what is the major goal for this upcoming season apart from winning?
Yeah, obviously for me, it's trying to the first, well, as you said, the major goal is obviously is winning. But for me, I'd love to have an individual accolade, whether it be a Golden Glove or a Goalkeeper of the Year. For me, that's my two main areas of concern or interest, I should say, where I want to be among the names when the season is finished. Lifting the trophy and getting the Golden Glove or Goalkeeper of the Year. So for me, that's my aim and objectives at present. So yeah, we have to see how the season goes because it's a long season, 10 months with a lot of football to play. So let's see how it goes.
Yeah, man, and all the best in the new season.
Thanks.
So Amal, going back to the latter part of last season, touching a little bit on, Reggae Boys, obviously. We ended the year on a high, qualifying for Copa America. You were there. How was that experience like in Canada?
It was a good experience. Seeing that we had lost the game in Jamaica, and we knew that we had to go about to Canada in some tough conditions. It wasn't really cold, but it was conditions that most of the guys were not used to, or probably familiar with it, but they don't get it much, very often. So to go in Canada and get the 3 points, get the win, and advance to the semi-final, that was a really good feeling. I remember at halftime in the dressing room in Canada, a few of the senior players spoke and they gave a powerful speech, and you saw what happened when they came out in the second half. You saw the dominance. The coaches tweaked the formation a bit, put some personnel in different places, and it worked out for us. So it was good that we could actually qualify for the semifinals, and hopefully the team does great things coming up in the next 2.5 weeks.
All right, good stuff. And let's talk a little bit about, the performance of the Reggae Boys. Since then, a lot of players are really performing well for club. And I just have to mention Liam Bailey. What are your thoughts on the Aston Villa man, tearing it up in the EPL week in, week out? I think he's the most, he's the player that, playing the best. Thoughts on Liam.
Yeah, I'm really happy for him knowing that he has been heavily criticized for the country, and to see him doing it for his club right now. Hopefully, he brings that tremendous form to the national team the next coming weeks, and hopefully, we can stamp our foot in the finals. But he's doing really well. I'm happy for him. As I said before, he has had some really difficult time in his career for the national team and Aston Villa. So for him to be doing really well right now, everyone should be happy for him, and hopefully people can support him when he comes to the national team, regardless if he's doing good or bad. Just give him that support because that goes a far way. So as I said before, he's doing well, and hopefully he continues this beautiful run of form for the entire year.
I mean, a big year coming up for Jamaica. I know we want to take things one step at a time, but what are you most likely or most, looking forward to the most?
To be honest, like where the national team is concerned right now, if I get selected, I go there, I support. If I get caught up on, I'll do my job. But for me right now, the most important thing, my focus is on my club. To be honest, once you're
Mhm.
focused on your club and you're doing well at your club, you get a national call up. So for me, that's where my mindset is right now. My club, and then obviously if you get a call up for your country, you go there, you do your best, you show what you can do, you show why you're there, and just be supportive for the entire group. Even if you're playing or not, you just be supportive.
Yeah, good stuff. And oh, you talk. I don't think. Yeah. Did you get the call as yet?
I'm not
No.
sure if I got called. I'm not sure, but as I said, I had a really good talk with my club coach, my goalkeeper coach, the head coach for the club, and
Hmm.
I had a honest conversation with them about the national team and where I think I'm at in the national team. And as I said before, if I get a call, I get a call. If I don't, it's
Hmm.
not really a bother to me. I'm in a happy place at my club. I'm comfortable here. I'm playing soccer here, football here. So at the
Right.
end of the day, for me, it's just to grow as an individual each and every week at my club. And once the performances show, if I get warrant a call, if they choose to call me, they call me. If not, then I keep working.
All right. The local team currently in Trinidad, they had two friendly games. We won the first one, 1-0, and we drew 0-0 today. How important is it for local players to really get an opportunity, to work with Coach Adamson?
It's really good, because I remember that's where I started out as a domestic player. Got
Mm-hmm.
my run in the national team from Tapa and Paul. So at the end of the day, it's really important for the youngsters in the league back home to really travel and get that experience. At the end of the day, it's international football. So regardless, whoever the team is, it's still international football. You're still getting the chance to represent your country at the highest level because that's the highest level you can represent your country at. So for me, getting the domestic players around in camp each and every week, whenever they camp, and getting games for them to show the coach what they can do to break into the, I would call it probably the A team. That's important for them. So hopefully they take this experience that they got this past week and cherish it and just bring that experience back to their club and not slack off. Because players tend to have that mindset where they get a national call up and they think it's that they're reach now. So they stop doing what made them get the call up. So it's going to be really important for them to just keep humble and do all the necessary things to be a part of that domestic squad, and hopefully they can break into the big squad.
All right, well said. Over the past week, we saw Bobby Reed making 200 appearances for Fulham. Big stuff. Um, what say you on that? And as a player, do you aim to do the same? Making multiple appearances for a certain club, or it doesn't really matter to you?
To be honest, when you're at a club for so long and you make 200 appearances, you know that you're really loved at the club and you've been
Mm-hmm.
doing all the necessary stuff to stay at the club, and you're a really important part of the puzzle at that club for him to have 200 appearances, that's no easy feat. That's a lot of games. 200
Mm-hmm.
is not a small number in terms of football when you look at it, especially when you look at the fact that they're not in Europe where they're playing as much games as like a Chelsea, a Man City, Liverpool, or Arsenal. So for him to be making his 200th appearance for Fulham, that's a big milestone for him, and hopefully he can get more.
Mm-hmm. What's your number? Which club have you stayed the longest?
That would be UE, which I
You
had 94 appearances.
mm-hmm.
So that's not bad. And
Not bad.
if you want to, if we should look at it, then it would have been over 100 appearances in the Jamaica Premier League if you want to look at it that way. So
Mm-hmm.
that's good, but we don't really recognize those stuff in Jamaica,
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately. So that is that. But um, if I'm here in Lexington, obviously I'm 30 years old now, and I want to be a mainstay where I'm at. But football changes, anything can happen. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it's just to go out there every day whenever I get my chance to represent any team or my country and do as best as possible, and then let the rest take care of itself.
All right. So Premier League, who we have winning?
Uh, the National Premier League or English Premier League?
English Premier League. Who's the winner for you?
I'd probably say Man City. Man City might win it back, or Liverpool.
Not mentioning national.
No,
No, no love for Arsenal.
unfortunately not. I know it's your team, but unfortunately, I don't see them winning the league. Last season they had the opportunity, and I think they
Mhm.
bottled it. So I don't know. I don't see them winning the league this year, to be honest.
All right. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I think I think we're cool with that.
Good.
I think we're cool.
All right. I want to thank Reggae Boy Amal Knight for joining me. Quick chat off the bench podcast. Um, you guys can go to Instagram and follow him. Support his team. You can follow his team as well. And let's get Amal a trophy, whether a team trophy or individual, as I said earlier. That's the plan. And as of today, no call up, no sound from Algrebs as yet. Who knows? The clock is still ticking. I believe we have about 3, 4 more days. JFF to contact the players or the clubs. So we're here again under the weather. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. The drill. Like, share, and subscribe.